is your pick a message reading. What do they want to say? What do they want you to know? Whether this is a love interest, family member, what do they want to say? What do they want you to know? What do they want to say? What do they want you to know? What do they want to say? What do they want you to know? Focus on a message, 1, 2, or 3. What do they want you to know? What do they want you to know? Message number 1, if you chose message number 1, what they want you to know is it may have felt like things have been out of balance for a while, okay? You don't have your 2 of Pentacles. You feel like things are going back and forth. You don't know what to think anymore. It's hard to let go. It's hard to walk away. But sometimes you've got to get the courage. Get the courage, get the strength, get the stamina, get the passion, get the vision, and know that sometimes you have no other choice but to walk away. Sometimes you have no other choice but to let go. What are you clinging at? What are you grasping at straws? I feel like the person that you're getting this message from is actually your guides. Your guides are telling you there's something you have to let go of. There's something you have to walk away from and never look back. And it may be tearful and it may suck and it may be hard. I get it. Okay? But this lack of equilibrium, lack of balance is because you're clinging onto something that no longer is serving you. What is no longer serving you? You need to ask yourself that. Only you know what that is. I, Naomi Tarot, can't tell you that. But once you get that passion, once you get that confidence, once you know what you need to do and you can go forward 110%, you're going to see amazing things happen in your life. You're going to see beautiful things happen in your life. You're going to be able to finally say, you know what? I made a full-fledged, wholehearted decision and I didn't let someone else hold me back. I finally did it. And then you're going to be so proud of yourself. And you're no longer going to feel like you have to grasp at every little part of you that wants to cling on to something that's no longer working or someone that's no longer working. And then you're going to look back and you're going to say, why did I hold on to that so long? Why didn't I walk away? Why did I hold on to that person, that experience, that thing so long? Why didn't I just make it easier for myself? This lack of balance, these headaches, this upset stomach, this confusion, this anxiety, worry, sadness. I could have avoided all that shit. Be confident, be the man, be the woman, do it and say, I got this. If I could handle all this, I can handle this too. Bring it on and let the new chapter begin. If you chose message number 2 says, maybe something knocked your confidence off a little bit. Either that or you're dealing with a very difficult person, man or woman, very demanding, very temperamental, very bossy, very rude. And you've been cautious to go forward because this person that you've dealt with, you felt left out in the cold by in the recent past. And you've been very cautious to move forward. You've been doing your research. You've been kind of like, I don't know. I got to wait. I got to hold back a little bit, really research everything before I make a decision again. Well, when you do, the universe is waiting to give you this victory. The universe is waiting to give you a pat on the back, Good job. You didn't need this shit from this person. You didn't need to feel like this as long as you did. Yes, be cautious, but sometimes you got to take chances in life. And it's not by dipping your toe in the water and walking around the water's edge and being fearful of everything and always holding back that you are going to ultimately get into your victory. Yes, there's people who are shitty in our lives, whether this is a love interest or a family member or some difficult person, right? There are people who treat other people like that. But this person, maybe you need to leave this person out in the cold and you're hesitating to do that, right? You're hesitating for 5 of Pentacles. Maybe it's just like, instead of sitting here ruminating about it, thinking about it, obsessing over it, just fucking do it. Enough is enough. Because you're not going to get to your full potential and realize your full light and your full beauty and your full need to shine and to stand out and to stand on your own. You're not going to be able to do that the longer you let this person who's probably narcissistic or abusive in some way, emotionally abusive, I think. The longer you hold this person into your life or hold on to the memory of them, if they're in the past or if they're currently in your life, the longer you hold on to them instead of walking away, the less amount of time you're going to have to be in your joy, in your happiness, in your bliss, in your success. Because Negative relationships, regardless if they're family or romantic, especially romantic ones, because when you're sexual as somebody, the energy is compounded. Toxic relationships of any kind can hold you back in other aspects of your life. If you stay in a toxic relationship too long, you can be held back not just from another lover or another relationship, but even if it's a family member, you can be held back from your success in work, your full potential as a creative human being, your potential to experience new things in a different way, the more you keep that toxicity in your life. So it's time to let go. It's time to realize your victory. If you chose message number 3 says you've been experiencing a lot of heartbreak. 3 of Swords. I am sorry, message number 3. It's time to let go of the fantasy of what could have been, let go of these illusions, and see things for what they are. Be the man, be the woman, be this fire sign. Whether you're a fire sign or not, doesn't matter. Don't take these literally. I look at the kings and the queens and the pages and the princesses and princes and, knights archetypally. That means I don't take it literally by the sign, I take it by the energy. So what does a fire sign mean for anybody who harnesses that energy? Confident, passionate, in the positive because he's upright, knows what he wants, full of his own ego, but in a good way, or her own ego. High self-esteem, confident, self-assured. How can you grasp this energy and stop holding yourself back with fantasy of what you think could have been and putting too much on your plate? Maybe narrow down your focus to a few things and let go of this wound, this pain you've been carrying around far too long, number 3. Enough is enough. At a certain point, this is becoming masochistic. I sense a lot of you are in masochism right now. And the message that this person wants you to know, in this case, I think it's a message about a person that you held on to. So I think these messages are turning into being about a person, not a message from a person. So I'm going to retitle this video. How you need to deal with this person or deal with the memory of this person is stop carrying this wound around. You're still carrying it around even if you're not consciously aware of it. And it's time to let go of the illusion that maybe you've moved on more than you really have. And let go of overwhelming yourself. 7 of Cups with too many things. It's like you're so overwhelmed you can't make a decision in life anymore. You are this King and Queen of Wands if you only see it. If you only sit there and recognize, I have the balls, I have the determination, I have the swagger, I have the self-confidence, I have the self-esteem. Being full within yourself is not the same thing as being full of yourself. Well, you could call it the same thing, but that's not what I mean by it. I don't mean conceited. I mean full of yourself, like appreciating yourself, loving yourself, enjoying yourself, recognizing yourself, how important you are, how special you are, how unique you are, how blessed you are, how lucky you are. That, you know what? This was painful with this person, but you dodged a fucking bullet. And it's time to release this fantasy, release this illusion of how things could have been, see your life for what it is, narrow down your focus on a few things that you can perfect, that you can focus on, that you can do better in, because you are the King and Queen of Wands. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If they start to, you can give them a big fat middle finger, or you can tell them to kick rocks, quite frankly. That's what I do. Because nobody can tell you different that you're the King or the Queen of Wands. Stop carrying this pain around. It's not necessary. It's becoming masochistic. Let go of the illusions of how things could have been. What's done is done. And stop overwhelming yourself. Narrow your focus, and you will find that between now and next year, you're going to see how much your life has progressed, how much it has changed, how much it has evolved, and how far you've evolved as a person. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.